2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. It's getting noisy here in Boston. We're at the home of the Celtics. Here's McDaniels. Off target from outside. Here's Brown. It's White on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, you can see they are willing to absorb some of these open shots from this guy because obviously another miss here.
Oh, here's Edwards. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy.
There's a good screen. Here's White. And play stops as it looks like they called over the back here.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
There's Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Tatum. From deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Over in the corner, Edwards. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Gobert's got 6.
Gobert's comfort zone, right? High percentage shots, easy money for Rudy.
Tatum on the wing. Great D that time from Edwards. The Timberwolves with a quick start to this game. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Pass to Hauser. Just 5 to shoot. And slam dunk by Tatum.
They're always looking for ways to put Jason Tatum in positions to attack. No better way than in pick-and-roll action.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. And finished off by Gobert.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
In the corner, Tatum with it. Pass to Tatum. Plays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Tatum, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Driving the lane, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, the incredible explosiveness, no fear from Jason Tatum. Woo-hoo, lights out.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. 1:03 left to play in the first. Here's Edwards. Boston grabs the miss. Brown feeling out a bit. There's the pick. Pass to Garza. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Well, one guy's thinking zig, the other zag, and it's nothing good resulting.
Timberwolves leading by 5. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. And Gobert throws it down.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
Brown outside. Pass to Garza. From downtown, it's hauled in by Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Launches a 3. The shot, no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Pick by Vucevic to the left wing. Off target from three-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside Tatum. Pick by Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. Tatum's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 9. To the wing right side. Randall from outside. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Shireman. Knocks down the 3-ball.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
Here's Edwards. On the wing, DiVincenzo. McDaniels on the wing. Outside Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards.
Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. trail by 8. Brown on the move. And the dunk by Brown.
Don't you love how Brown just barrels into the teeth of the defense? This is a shifty forward who knows how to get to the rack.
Pass to Garza. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 6. Here's Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Tatum on the wing. Inside, Garza. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside, Edwards. A 3-ball. They get the rebound. Celtics trailed by 6. Now Pritchard. He has yet to score. Tatum's shot is off.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
His first shot coming late, and the shot is good. Timberwolves leading by 4. Edwards looking it over. Shoots over Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Free throw good, Edwards.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 6. Outside, White. Drives to the hoop. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
He's got the size to make that an easy finish. Vucevic, deep position, and he's golden.
Edwards with a tough shot.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
Here's Hauser. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves leading by 6. Outside, Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, McDaniels has made himself a legitimate option from three-point territory. What a look there.
Now here's Vucevic. Nice ball movement by Boston. Driving, it's Edwards. Here's DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. And so it's Minnesota in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Celtics trail by 9. Tatum with it. Outside, White. There's a screen. Here's Hauser. His three-pointer's off the mark. Randall outside. Back to Edwards. To the inside. Gobert. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Now that mid-range jumper is so on point. Jason Tatum is a 3-level scorer.
McDaniels outside. From outside, off the mark. The Celtics on offense. 7-point differential. In the corner. Tatum with it. To the middle. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Sinks the three-pointer. DiVincenzo's got 8 points.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Making a switch here. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Celtics trail by 8. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Pass to Garza. Now Hauser. Tatum a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Pritchard with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Pritchard's got his first 3 points of the game. And here's Edwards. It's up a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Oh, that is a stone-cold 3 by the Ant-Man.
Down low to the left side wing. Here's Garza. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Latrey. White with the defensive effort. Celtics trailed by 8. They set the screen. Pass to Garza. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw is good.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender. A guy who can contribute to a good team.
Back to Pritchard.
2 minutes remaining.
Over to the wing.
2 minutes.
Out to the right wing. They set the pick. Back to Hauser. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
You do not want to give up passing lanes off the screen. How about Jason Tatum with a decisive look there?
Back to Edwards. To the inside. DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. DiVincenzo's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Pritchard.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Celtics have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
First team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Peyton Pritchard.
That free throw good from Pritchard. Both free throws good from Pritchard.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Randall right side. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Tatum. Rebound Minnesota. McDaniels outside. And it goes down 2 points. McDaniels has got 5 now.
Yeah, Jake McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
Throws it down, JP!
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
To the paint. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. He's got 12.
How about the defenders have had no answer for Rudy Gobert? He's having his way.
Harper. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Inside. There's Gobert. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Rudy Gobert showing a bit of an edge on the interior. This guy, if he goes up strong, the defense is going to have to whack him to contain him.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Off with the layup. Tries to hit him. And it's blocked by Brown. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Timberwolves ahead, up 3.
37. Minnesota 40.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Timberwolves leading by 3. It's stolen by Brown. 4-on-3 break. Here's White. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Randall outside. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's hauled in by Brown.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
It's White on the wing. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Out to Edwards. This one for 3. That shot off.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
There's the pick. To the middle. Here's Walsh. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Walsh has got his first points in this one.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
The shot by McDaniels, no good. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Minnesota making some changes. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
And Allie, thanks so much. Here's Brown. Then jammed down as he goes right over Naz Reid.
We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that.
He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Reid, and he jams it in.
Man, Naz Reid not only gets off his feet, does it in a hurry and with some strength.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, in these situations, this is who they want at the charity stripe.
Here's Brown. Now Vucevic. Reid with the rebound. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Phillips. 6 to shoot. Here's Conley. Reid. Oh, what a finish!
Absolute monster of a delivery from Naz Reid. Big-time bucket.
White outside. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with the 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And that point was a gift. I mean, it's never really smart to get teed up, but in a game that's this close, boy, that really hurts.
They set the pick. Brown gets it done inside.
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
Now Reid. Lets it go. Puts up the 3, and down goes the 3. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one up.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swing.
Here's White. Left side, Brown.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow, a play that might come to define this game.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And some changes here for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the court.
Trailing by 2. Here's Gobert. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, Hauser. They set the pick. Clock at 4. Jason Tatum. Gobert there for the rebound. It's picked off. Now White. Hauser with the ball. Now here's Tatum. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Pritchard. Just 2 to shoot. To win it. And the 3 misses. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll return shortly. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Outside Brown. And he slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Timberwolves trailed by 3. Randall outside. Here's McDaniel. Edwards crashing in from outside.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
Now White. Tatum outside. Here's the screen. It's stolen by Randall. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Now DiVincenzo knocks down the 3.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Outside Edwards. It's Randall. Now McDaniel. The 3 goes down.
You have to anticipate those quick release opportunities. Jaden McDaniels ready on the catch.
It's tipped. A little over a minute and a half gone now here in overtime. Now Edwards. On deep. It's good.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Now DiVincenzo. Floats one up. No good there.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Here's Tatum. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands, yes, sir.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Edwards. Now DiVincenzo takes the three, and there's the three.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way. Yeah, if you're going to be a franchise guy, you've got to want the ball in these clutch moments. Jaylen Brown doing work.
Now into the lineup for Boston, number 27, Jordan.
Here's the screen. Oh, the slam dunk.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved. You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
He's off from three. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony,